Good afternoon. These notes are on writing and translating expressions, and Jerry the giraffe has joined us so that he can help us with some of these answers to our expressions of translating. So this should be page 60 of our notebook, and Jerry can go right here. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with what we're doing. So what is happening is that we are taking verbal phrases and we're changing them to algebraic expressions. The words we're going to use for addition, sum, plus, total, more than, increased by. There are more, obviously, but these are some of the ones we'll focus on. Subtraction, difference, less than, minus, decreased. Just remember with subtraction, order does matter. So how they say it, it does matter how we write it. Multiplication, you've got times, product, multiplied by, of. Division, quotient, divided by, half of, divided into. And order does matter with division as well because it does not have the commutative property. And then you've got quantity, which just means that we are grouping a set of terms together. All right, so I've got this yellow card on top of my answers just because I don't want to kind of give them away all at once. So the sum of 9 and a number y, so sum means we're adding, so 9 plus y or y plus 9. A number n plus 4, so n, or 14, so n plus 14. And 12 more than a number w, so more than indicates addition, so w plus 12. Subtraction, the difference of a number f and 12, so I'm going to take f and subtract 12 from it. A number b minus 88, so they want me to take away 88 from b. And then 4 less than a number x, so I'm taking 4 away from, or z, so I'm taking 4 away from z, so z minus 4. So notice with this one, they say the 4 first, but what they really want to do is to take that 4 away from z. So to show to take away from, you do minus 4. All right, multiplication, 17 times r is just 17 times r, or 17r. 1/4 of a number, so of indicates multiplication, so 1/4 x. And then 37 multiplied by k, so 37k. This is the better way to write it. I'm okay with having the dot in between, but try to do it to where you're just showing the coefficient with the variable. All right, and then we're moving down to division, quotient of a number b and 4, so b divided by 4. I would rather you write it this way. Try to avoid. This is not wrong. We're trying to, this is the better way. So try to avoid writing it this way. Try to write it this way as far as quotients go, writing it as a fraction piece. 81 divided by c, so 81 divided by c. And then g divided into 11. I actually got that wrong. So g is going into 11, so 11 is the one being divided, so it's 11 divided by g. All right, and then quantity again is grouping. So 4 times the quantity of a number less than 6. So we're doing 4 and then parentheses and then a number less than 6. So 6 and then we're taking away that number from it. The product of 10 and the quantity of 17 less than a number. So 10 and then the product and then quantity of 17 I'm taking away from a number. And then the sum of 19 and the quantity of 5 divided by x. So there's 19 plus because of sum. And then we've got the quantity of 5 being divided by x. All right, down here are some written phrases. If you use different words than me, that's okay. So the first one is 13 plus b. So I just wrote the sum of 13 and b. You could have written it as 13 plus b. You could have written it as 13 more than b. So lots of different interpretations for that one. This one, I said 12 less than g. You could have said g minus 12. 4a, I said the product of 4a. You could have said 4 times a, or 4 multiplied by a. The quotient of r and 16, you could have written it as r divided by 16, or 16 into r. And then this one, 19 less than the quantity of S plus 10. So there's my 19 less than, and then here's my quantity of S plus 10. All right, so that is translating expressions. Then on the inside, now we've got word problems, and here are some of the key words. I just copied them from the front over here and put them in this list over here. So that'd be a good thing for you to do just to get familiar with the words that represent add, subtract, multiply, and divide. All right, so for each word problem, define your variable or variables and then write an expression. Holt has 8 more songs on his iPod than Michael. Write an algebraic expression to represent the number of songs that Holt has. So Holt has 8 more songs than Michael, so the variable we're going to have to use is Michael because we don't know how many Michael has. So Michael's songs, and Holt is equal to 8 plus Michael because he has 8 more than Michael, so we know we're adding plus 8. Ryan earns money each hour he tutors. If he tutors for 5 hours 1 week, write an algebraic expression to determine how much money he made that week. So we can represent M for money per hour. And he worked 5 hours. So 5 hours times the money he earns per hour, and that gives him his total. Emma sent 11 fewer texts in October than in November. So write an algebraic expression to represent the number of texts that she sent in October. So October, she sent 11 less than November. So we're looking at November. So November text messages, and we can represent that with an N. So we're going to take our November, and it's 11 fewer than November, so N minus 11. And what I do is I just kind of look for keywords to indicate what I'm doing. While installing a new TV, Owen had an unknown length of wire. If he cut the wire into 6 pieces, so we know we're going into, so we're doing division. Write an algebraic expression that can be used to determine the length of each wire. So we've got our W is our wire length. And so we're going to do W divided by 6. Because we take our total length and we divide it by 6, and that tells us our new length. Brandon's family drove 4 times as many miles on Sunday as they did on Saturday. Write an algebraic expression to represent the number of miles they rode on Sunday. So Sunday is equal to 4 times your Saturday. So our variable can be S for Saturday. And then we did 4 times that, so we know we're doing multiplication. So 4 times S, so 4S. The last one, 3 friends pay $13 per hour to rent paddle boards plus $6 for snacks. Write an expression for the total cost of rental and snacks. So what we don't know is our hours. Hours of rental. But we do know it's $13 an hour, plus we also had $6 of snacks. So there's our expression, $13 per hour plus your $6 for snacks. All right, what you're going to do is complete 7 through 11 and then pause the video so that you can do it on your own, and then when you are ready, unpause the video so you can see the answers. All right, Jerry is here to help us with the answers. So 7M for money, $15.75 plus your M, and you get a total of $24.50. Over here, M for miles, 2.75 mile times miles plus $5. And if you walked 18 miles, you get $54.50. Number 9, D is the cost of the dinner. And then dinner divided by your 5 people is your expression. And then when you solve that, you get $15.69 per person. Number 10, $15 plus $18 per hour. And then when you use 4.5 hours for your H, you got $96 to answer that question. Down here, when you're comparing the two cell phone plans, your Verizon plan is $40 plus $15 because this was the expression for just 1 month, so we don't have to have an M for here. And then for AT&T is $35 plus 10 cents per text message. So my X is my text message. If Casey needs her cell phone for 4 months and she plans on texting 300 messages, which should she buy? Well, if it's 40 a month, so 40 times 4 plus the 15 activation, it's going to be $175 for Verizon. If she chooses AT&T, it's $35 a month, no activation fee, but she has to pay per text message, so 300 text messages times 10 cents, $170. So AT&T would be the better choice as far as for this plan for 4 months and 300 text messages. If you have any questions on this video, please put it at the bottom, and make sure that you come in tomorrow to class with any kind of comments ready for me. All right, have a great afternoon, and I will see you guys tomorrow.